Welcome back to the Arizona Daily Mix. If you have a small business, when was the last time you looked at your insurance policy? Well, Suzi Glover and Jim Garman of Suzi Glover State Farm is here to say there could be some changes you need to know about. Suzi, Jim, how are you doing?
Good to be back.
You know what? There are probably a lot of changes that people don't understand on their insurance policy, and that's why it's great to have you and State Farm at the realm for them and right there to help them, because we were seeing people make some changes during the pandemic.
Absolutely. Last year, unprecedented year, had us talking a lot with our small business owners, looking at their policies, and State Farm did a lot of great things for our small business owners, helping us help them make great changes that were needed at that time. Now that people are going back into work, the look of that is changing, and so we're also there to help them with that as well.
Yeah, and Jim, we were saying this beforehand, that some of the people actually maybe didn't even look at their insurance policy and start doing things because the governor said you can do it, or because they were looking at other people doing it, but not realizing their insurance policy might not have covered them, and so they need to go back and look at that.
Yeah, definitely. One of the big changes was a lot of people switched from a retail or an office situation to a home-based business, a solopreneur, as we were talking about, and that changes things. You might be overinsured in some of those situations, or now maybe they reinvented themselves and they're going back into the office, so they need to make sure they've got the right kind of coverage. So a lot of those changes make a big difference on what you have covered to make sure it's the correct coverage so that you aren't overpaying or underpaying.
Yeah, and Suzi, we know that your team sits there day in and day out and looks at all the different changes that are going on more than we, because again, it's not our business, it's what you do, and that's why someone needs to come and sit with you for their business and not think they could do it on their own by just clicking a button here and there, but sitting down with one of your reps.
Exactly, yeah, and again, getting it to what matters most to them and where it's best effective, the changes that are happening at present with their business.
Yeah, what are some tips you can give people right now to look at their policies to see maybe they're, again, being overcharged or under, insured?
Yeah, the first thing is just take a look at it. Talk to your agent. Talk to us if you'd like. We'll take a free look at it, give you advice, but look at what you're insuring. Are you insuring a structure? Are you insuring a portion of your home for your business? Things like that. Look at your liability. Do you have enough liability there for the slip, trip, and fall kind of concept? As well as how have you reinvented? What exactly changed, so you know what to look into. But the best thing is to talk to your expert, Suzi or myself, or your agent, and make sure it all makes sense.
Yeah, and Suzi, another part is that people have businesses out of state. They got maybe trapped here, or they moved back home or something, but they're still running a business. So they really need to sit down with you and talk, because you have connections to the other State Farm insurance around the country, and that's what's important.
Yeah, exactly. And then in that business, in-home, the protection there. But what people also don't know is how their cars can qualify for that, and even provide them for savings, again, that adequately fits where their lives are.
Yeah, that's so great right now as we start to see people start to get back into their small businesses more, and people start new businesses. That's where it's very important to come to an insurance agency before you get into trouble, not thinking, okay, you know what, we started the business, now let's get insurance. Come talk to you before you do all that, right?
Biggest fear that I have is, getting that phone call after the fact and telling our customers they didn't have enough coverage.
Yeah.
So having those proactive conversations and educating them so we can all make that decision together.
Right, and this is a great time. We know that the Arizona area slows down a little bit, so this is a perfect time to take a look at your insurance policy, sit down with your team, and talk. And that's the best thing. I like how you said, Jim, that you're more than happy to look at somebody else's policy, maybe those ones that you had the fly-by-night person that now you can't find, and you're wondering if you're insured, and that's where your team can come in and start working with them. So, which is awesome.
Yeah, exactly. It's getting to know that business. A lot of times we'll go down, check it out, take a look, see what's going on, make sure by observing it we can get a better feel for it, and just take a look and see what's set up and make sure it makes sense.
So there you go. I know you guys are all set. I know you guys are connected also to the chambers, and you work with a lot with the chamber to make sure that those businesses are insured and going well.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of good conversations with our local Scottsdale community, so always happy to have those. Love to be a part of our Scottsdale community and helping them with their business need, with their personal needs as well.
Perfect. All right, Suzi, tell them where they can find your team.
So give us a call. We are right by Scottsdale Promenade, but we're at 480-941-2257. And please let us be part of your lives, is for your businesses. Happy to just have that further conversation.
So, perfect. Thank you, too. Thank you very much for stopping by.